Gymnasium. Last ball game of the season for both teams before they head into the state tournament.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And now we're going to have the PA announcer, Paul Gargan.
Presentations to the cheerleaders from Wilmington High School.
And the introduction of the cheerleaders and the seniors of the Wildcats.
I'd like to introduce Captain Jen Samadas. Captain Carolyn Hurley. Julie McDonald. Erica Anderson. Carolyn Parsons.
And the introduction of cheerleaders, Greg Cotto and David O's both co-captains.
Amy Monez.
Stephen Greco, Danny Lutz.
Susie Erico.
Brian Gargan.
Shannon Dennehy.
Frank Carboni, presenting Carnation.
Colleen Fogg.
And Stephen Greco again, senior.
Jen Osceola.
And now we have sophomore Jan Kilberhan.
Allison Ward.
Allison Ward.
Kelly
Joe
Lehegan.
Langone. John McKinnon.
Colleen Stokes.
And Brian McFeet is presenting Colleen Stokes, Jr.
Jessica Stiles.
And Jessica Stiles is getting a presentation from Dave Cacanisi, sophomore.
And last but not least, the coach, Mrs. Sally Cosman.
And Coach Jim McCoon and Sally giving to the coach, cheerleading coach of Sally Cosman. So for the three seniors, Greg Cardone, David Otis, and Stephen Greco. The last ball game at Cushing Gymnasium, and they know they want to go out with the win.
Versus the Wildcats of Wilmington High. Now for the starting lineup for the Tewksbury Redmen. At guard, number 15, a senior, Corey Morrison.
Corey Morrison, small school leading, one of the top leading scorers.
Dan DeLuca.
Dan DeLuca. DeLuca had a tremendous ball game up in Tewksbury.
At the forward spot, number 55, a senior, Steve Stinkus.
Another senior, Steve Stinkus.
A forward, number 32, senior co-captain, Tim Grace.
Senior co-captain, Tim Grace.
At center, number 25, a senior co-captain, John Gregg.
And another senior, John Gregg.
The Tewksbury Redmen is Jeff Nelson. All right, now for the Wilmington Wildcats.
Okay, here the Wildcats.
At guard, number 20, a junior, John McKinnon.
John McKinnon, a junior.
At guard, number 24, a junior, Brian Gargan.
Brian Gargan. Brian's come on lately.
The following seniors, at forward, number 32, senior, Stephen Greco.
Okay, Stephen Greco was going into his last ball game.
A forward, number 44, senior co-captain, Dave Otis.
David Otis, co-captain.
And at center, number 23, senior co-captain, Greg Cardell.
And the final one, Greg Cardell, senior co-captain, Greg Cardell.
The officials for tonight's game are Jack Glazebrook and Ed Peterson. Could you please rise in honor of the playing of our national anthem?
The Redmen and the Wildcats can come up with for a ball game.
All the pros here, huh?
And let's see what the Wildcats can do to break the losing streak against the Redmen. Okay, so we're tapping off here. John Craig versus Greg Cardello. Controlled by Brian Gargan. Here comes Gargan over half court. Calling the gig offense. Otis on the drive. Kicks it out to Cardello at the foul line. Back to Gargan. Man-to-man pressure by the Redmen. Over to McKinnon. Behind three-point line is Cardello. Cardello looking to drive. Going all the way in off the glass. No good. Craig the rebound. Okay. Here comes Tewksbury right away on the break on the baseline. There's Craig. Craig's on a drive. Kicks it out to DeLuca. Almost steal by McKinnon. Here's Morrison. Okay, number Sinkus is in there. Sinkus with a J, and it's no good. Gargan with the rebound. Okay, there's Otis. Otis looking to drive. Kicks it out to Cardello. Cardello lines up with a J, and it's no good to Otis. Underneath, and it's no good. Rebound, David Otis. Over to Cardello off the glass and in. A steal by the Wildcats. Gargan with a J. And we got a reach-in foul by Cardello, I believe. Full court pressure by the Wildcats. Okay, here comes Tim Grace to DeLuca. Luca with a pop, and it rolls in and out. Greco with the rebound. Kicks it out to McKinnon, to Otis, and he travels. Okay, so there's a turnover on the Wildcats. Here comes Morrison. Morrison on a break. Go right in the paint, a scoop shot, and it's good. Corey Morrison ties the ball game up. 2-2, 14-7 to go. McKinnon over to Otis. Otis to Cardello. To McKinnon. McKinnon on the baseline to Otis. He dishes it out to Cardello. Cardello on a drive. To Otis. Otis lines up with a bomb. And it's no good. Rebound. Off Tewksbury. Off DeLuca, Dan DeLuca. So they call it Wildcat basketball. Otis. Into McKinnon. McKinnon brings it out. Drawing a drive. To Greco. Greco with a J, and it's no good. Rebound. Morrison. Morrison. Over to Sinkus. Sinkus with a baseline J, and it's good. 4-2. Redmen are up. McKinnon to Goggin. To Greco. McKinnon on the baseline. And we got a reach-in foul by DeLuca. 44. That evens the fouls up. 13:28 left.
Foul number 44, Dan DeLuca, his first personal foul, first.
Otis into Goggin. Goggin brings it back out to McKinnon. McKinnon to Greco. To Goggin. Goggin coming back to the middle. Otis on the baseline, and it's good. Otis ties up the ball game. 4-4. 13:06 to go. Morrison to DeLuca. Where's Morrison? Excuse me, on a tray. He dishes it off to Sinkus. No good. Here comes Cardello off a tap to Goggin. Recovered by Greco. Over to Goggin. Full court pressure by the Redmen. McKinnon. Baseline J. And we got a foul.
Foul number 25, John Craig, his first personal
John
foul.
Craig with his first foul. And McKinnon rolls off the back rim with a miss. And the second one, no good. Rebound Otis, recovered by Tewksbury. Here comes Morrison on a break to DeLuca. Here's Morrison, McKinnon, and it's turnover Tewksbury. Okay, Sinclair is coming in, and now we got DeLuca out. Otis to McKinnon. McKinnon to Otis. Otis on a drive. Goggin to McKinnon. Back to Otis. Otis lines up with a three, and it's no good. Greco with the rebound to Cardello. Cardello with a baseline J, and it's no good. We got a jump ball possession, Tewksbury. Okay, the Wildcats come back and they pull into a three man-to-man on the drop. Okay, here comes Timmy Grace, senior. Grace going to his right, going to his left. To Craig, going right underneath on the baseline, Morrison. Turnover, Tewksbury. There's the second one. Corey Morrison. McKinnon over half court. To Goggin. Goggin lines up with a J, and it's no good. Sinkus with the rebound. Sinkus on a break. Over to Grace. Grace lines up with a J. No good. Rebound Goggin. Stolen by Tewksbury. Here comes Sinkus. Over to Craig. Back to Sinkus. Now Morrison pulls it out and sets up the play. Morrison. Morrison on a drive. Shot. It rolls in and good. So it's 6-4 now when Corey Morrison's at the line. That's his second field goal.
First personal foul, second to the team.
And he scores it. So now the Redmen are up by 3. 7-4. Wildcats are down by 3. Goggin. McKinnon to Otis. To Goggin. Greco on the baseline, passes up the shot to McKinnon. Here's Goggin. Goggin lines up with a J. No good. Cadello's with the rebound. No good. Otis with the rebound. And we got a foul. Offensive rebounding. That's key to any ball game. Now we have Otis is at the line.
First personal foul, third of the team.
Okay, that's Steve Sinkus with the foul. Otis bangs it home. And it's 7-6. David Otis makes both free throws. Okay, Redmond up by 1. Here comes Grace. Grace to Morrison. And we got a tripping foul. And that's the third one on the Wildcats.
Foul number 32, Steve Greco, his first personal foul, third for the team.
Stephen Greco with the foul. Cats down by 1. Tewksbury ball. Morrison putting the ball on the play to Craig. Craig to Morrison. Morrison on the baseline. To Craig, almost a steal. McKinnon on the floor. We have a steal. Cardello over to McKinnon. McKinnon on a break. Off the glass and in. 8-7. Defensive pressure. All right. Johnny McKinnon covered by Morrison. Nelson calling his offense. This Sinkus back to Morrison. Morrison dishes it off right in the paint. To Grace off the glass. 9-8. Redmond come right back. McKinnon to Otis. Otis on a drive. Now he shoots to Jay. No good. Rebound, John McKinnon. John on a drive, going all the way in. A hook shot blocked. Recovered by Goggin. Got a block. And now we got a reach-in foul by Brian Goggin. That's his first. Okay, here comes the Wildcat sub. Brent Carbone's in, Junior, at the 4 spot, and Dan Kilverhan. So it's 9-8. The Redmen are up by 1. Morrison lines up with a bomb, and it's no good. Sinclair with the rebound. He dishes it off to Craig. And we got a foul. Okay, so now the offensive rebound is going in favor of the Redmen, and it's hurting the Wildcats.
Foul number 44, David Otis, his first personal foul, fifth of the team.
Shot is no good. John Craig with that miss. No good. He missed 2 shots. And the Wildcats are still down by 1. John McKinnon over to Kilverhan. To Carbone on the baseline to Kilverhan. Kilverhan on a drive. A shot off the glass. No good. Cardello with the rebound, blocked by Sinclair. And McKinnon with a shot. We got a foul on Morrison. So we got Tim Sinclair with some defensive presence inside the paint.
Foul on number 15, Corey Morrison, his first personal foul, fourth of the team.
Okay, Corey Morrison, he's a senior captain for the Redmen. It's one of the schools he's narrowed down to is the Coast Guard Academy. So we got a lot of players being recruited on both sides by the colleges, Division IIIs. Craig Cardello is being recruited by UMass Dartmouth and Westbrook College in Maine. And a second shot by John McKinnon puts the Wildcats up by 10-9. David Otis is being recruited by Riviera College in Salem State and Westbrook. I'm sure Timmy Grace is being recruited too with DeLuca. Okay, there is Grace. Grace is on the floor. Possession. Possession. Wildcats. Okay, Otis into McKinnon. Calling a play to dig. Wildcats up by 1. Here's Kilberhan. Kilberhan, the Cardello, to McKinnon with the Carboni. Blocked. And they call a traveling call underneath. So there's a turnover on the Wildcats. 9:14 to go. 5 fouls on the Wildcats and 4 on the Redmen. Morrison, DeSinkis. Turnover onto Carboni. And a turnover to Wildcats. Turnover Tewksbury, turnover Wilmington. And we got a timeout. Tewksbury, number 42, call the timeout. So the Redmen and the Wildcats are going tight going early moments of this ball game. The seniors on the Tewksbury Redmen are Corey Morrison, Eric Walsh, John Craig, Tim Grace, Dan DeLuca, and Steve Sinkus. So Jeff Nelson's got to have a rebuilding job and see what his JV ball club could do for next year's squad on for the Tewksbury Redmen. Last year's Tewksbury squad pulled the opening round upset in the MIA state tournament when they defeated Danvers with a 14-6 record. Tewksbury only had like 5 or 6 wins. So we're going to have a lot of playoff action at Wilmington High School. And one of the next couple of weeks has been picked as the Division III North Sectional playoff site. So I'm sure we're going to be seeing Dom Savi up here and North Cambridge Catholic and a couple other Boston teams with Lynn Classical coming up. All right, so let's see what the Wildcats and the Redmen can come up with now. Morrison over to Craig. Here comes Sinkus. Sinkus on a break with a J. No, good rebound, Morrison. And they call a foul on Cardello. And that's his second. Okay.
Foul number 23, Greg Cardello, his second personal foul, 6 on the team.
Dave Kakamisi coming in for Cardello. He's got 2 fouls. Morrison bangs it. Ties the ball game up. And waves it off. We got a violation on the Redmen. So it's 10-10, 8:58 left. John McKinnon. Into Otis. Otis on a drive. Shot. On the rim. Carboni with the rebound. We got a foul underneath. So that makes it the 5th foul on the Redmen.
25, John Craig, his second personal foul.
John Craig second. Brent Carboni at the line. Shot by Brent, and it's good. Wildcats up by 1. Sit down. We'll talk about this. And the second shot. Okay, the Wildcats. So with me right now is one of the parents of Tewksbury player and a Buzzy Morris, and in the following the Tewksbury Wildcats. What can you tell us about the Redmen this year? They lost a couple of early ball games, and then they got hot. And then the key game was the Methuen game. Why don't we go over the Methuen-Tewksbury ball game? What's your feelings about that ball game?
Well, I feel that was a key matchup. But the biggest problem for Tewksbury was the flu, which caught up with John Craig, Timmy Grace, and Tommy Sinclair. Coach was forced to rotate them all basically one at a time. He couldn't really put them out there for a lengthy time, but well, no, they played very well. I really thought they could have caught them at the end, but again, they tired out. They have a young team coming up. They have a lot of juniors on the team. They have a very good freshman team coming up. A lot of good JV ball players. I think you'll hear from them again in the future.
Okay, so in that action, we just saw Dave Kakamisi on a push-off, and I think it's a 1-on-1 now, and Sinclair is going to be going to the line. All right, the MVC was kind of balanced, but Buzz, we have a Division I player in the conference named Mike Roberts out of Andover.
That's correct, yeah.
He was tremendous against Wilmington. He controlled the tempo of the game, and lo and behold, Dave Fazio gets a transfer from Michigan for 1 year.
Yeah.
You know, coach's dream. He picks Andover, and they were supposed to be a rebuilding year, and they wind up coming up 17-2 now, going to the final game tonight against Central. So they wind up going to be I think one of the favorites. You know, they can make a lot of damage, a lot of noise in the tournament, in the Division I North. When you get a player like that, you know, they seem to rise to the occasion, the bigger the game, and the bigger the play they can make.
Too, Paul, you can't count Central out. They got a kid over there named Barry Spears, you know. Very, very good ball player.
So we got the tie ball game now, 18-13 McKinnon, and it's Wildcat basketball. But overall, the conference play was really pretty good. A lot of close ball games this year, Buzz, under 10 points.
Oh, excellent.
You know, overall, small schools going up to large schools. Wilmington had a big winner for Tewksbury. Otis with a bomb. There it is, 3-point bomb by David Otis. So, Central, a tremendous foul shooting club. Dick Licari, his ball clubs, no matter what record they are, they're one of the top foul shooting clubs. We're going to play, we're going to block, recovered by McKinnon, it's good. 17-12, Wildcats are up by 5. Okay, we got a 1-2-2 trap going here. Here's Morrison. Morrison to sink it, stolen by Carboni, reaching foul. We call a reaching foul by Brent Carboni. McCune is really ripping at that. So we got two top teams out of the 20 here. We got Central Catholic ranked 10th at 15-3, and then we got Andover up at 6, 16-2. And we're going to see what they can do in Division I North sectionals. And overall, we get coming down until we may have Belmont and South Boston. And it rolls out the rim. Kakamisi with the rebound to Carboni. And to John McKinnon. Kilberhand's on a drive. He dishes it off. We got a turnover. Reach out, and we got Sinkus with a turnover. Buzz, you've been around. I think you're seeing a lot more fan interest in boys basketball, plus girls basketball. The crowds are really starting to come out. And I was at a ball game the other night there in the Cambridge Range and Everett. You couldn't. That could have been played at a college facility, believe me, because you couldn't fit anybody. Oh, a bank shot off McKinnon. 20-12. Nelson calls a timeout here. Wildcats are up by 7, so the guard players come in for the Wildcats. All right, Buzz, what do you think in the Division I North sectionals? We're going to have a lot of play. I think they may have a lot of up at the sending our teams down to like we may play at Everett High, or you know what I mean, moving around, or maybe we might even wind up at Cambridge. And, you know, so that should be a good sectional. But we had a major change here. Division I state champion South Boston has dropped to Division II, which is ours. It's bad for us because of enrollment. And Division II state champion East Boston is going up to 1. So everybody's picked Belmont as the top team as the top team in the state. But people got to watch out for South Boston, defending state champion. They've only lost one player from last year's squad, and from what the reports out of Boston, they're coming on like a freight train here at the end of the year. So until somebody beats them, we go with the state champion, and let's see what that's going to happen here.
Well, you know as well as I do, Paul, anything can happen in one game, you know?
That's right. Foul shots.
Plays, that's right.
Anything can happen. We saw
it's a big, it's a different game.
We saw it last year with Andover. They pulled 2 upsets. They beat Salem, and then they beat Cambridge Ridge in Latin Fun, one of the tremendous high school basketball games I've seen in the last 5 years. So we'll see what happens. Here comes Morrison. Morrison covered by McKinnon to Grace. There's DeLuca. DeLuca on a drive, a shot, and we got a foul. So the Wildcats are getting in serious foul trouble here, and the Redmen have got we're in a 1-on-1. 7-0. That's Kilberhand's first. Now we
Well,
have,
thank you for letting me sit in.
okay,
Let's see if I
Buzz,
can get one of
nice
the other
seeing
guys
ya.
down here to sit with you.
Good luck to Tewksbury in the playoffs. Okay. DeLuca buries it. And he buries the second one. 19-14. Wildcats up by 5. Morrison covering McKinnon. McKinnon on a drive. Dishes it off. And it's off. Number 11 for Tewksbury, Chris Snow. Okay, 6:55 left. Otis at the Kakamisi. Over to Otis. Otis on a drive. Kicks it out to McKinnon. McKinnon kicks it out to Otis. Otis looking to drive. Covered by DeLuca. Back out to Joe Langone. Joey's in the ball game. Number 33. Hit the Otis. Otis on a jump shot drive, and it's good. David Otis. 20-14. The Cats up by 6. Here comes Morrison. 1-2-2. Zone trap. Morrison over to Grace. Grace over half court. Back to Morrison. Kicks it off to DeLuca. There's Morrison. Over to Grace. To Morrison. To Timmy Grace. To Snow. Snow with a three. No good. McKinney's got the bound over to Otis. Otis on the drive. He pulls it back out. To Kakamisi. Here comes McKinnon. To Joe Langone. Langone to Otis. Out to Langone. Langone covered by Morrison. Out to Kakamisi. To Carboni on the baseline. To McKinnon. McKinnon out to Carboni. To Otis. 5:43 left. Otis. Shot. And we got a foul. Okay, I think that's on number 44, DeLuca.
Foul number 44, DeLuca, his
That's his
second
second.
personal foul, team 6.
So we had Brian Goggin coming in the ball game. Steven Greco for Brent Cobb. Had some nice play by both players coming. Brent coming on the inside. Otis with a shot is good. So Dave Otis is carrying the load with Cardello on the bench with 2 fouls. Second shot is good.
David Otis makes both foul shots.
Okay, 23-14. The Cats are up by 9. Okay, 1-2-2. Here's Grace. Off the glass and in. Langone to Goggin.
Number 32, Tim Grace, the back.
23-16. 5:25 left. Goggin to Kakamisi. We got a turnover. Turnover on Wilmington. Okay, here comes Morrison to Craig. To Morrison. To Sinkus. Morrison to Craig. Craig on the baseline, Jay. And it's no good. Otis comes down with the rebound. Brian Goggin to David Otis. Otis kicks out to Joe Langone. Joe to Brian Goggin. Over to Dave Kakamisi. Almost a steal, and we got 4:49 to go. Brent Carboni coming in for David Kakamisi. Otis putting the ball in the play. Into Langone. Langone lines up with a three, and it's no good. Sinkus with the rebound. Over to Grace. To Morrison. Back to Grace. Grace on a drive. And we got a turnover. Recovered by Langone over to Otis. Into Langone. Joe Langone over to Goggin. Bryant. Looking to drive. Kicks it out to Otis. Otis. Back out to Langone. Langone. Over to Brian Goggin. Brian off his foot. We're going to turn over. Almost a turnover on the, on the Redmen, but we got a foul on the Wildcats. So now we've got, I think, Corey Morrison's.
33, Joe Landon.
Corey Morrison's going to be at the line shooting one-on-one.
Corey Morrison, line shooting 1-1.
Come on, Corey!
Shot. It's no good. Rebound, Goggin. Comes Goggin. Over to Otis. Back to Goggin. To Joe Langone. Langone to Otis. Otis lines up with a three. And it's no good. And it's off Steven Greco. 3:46 to go. Corey Morrison to Grace. Sinkus to Morrison to Snow. Back over to Sinkus. Sinkus on the baseline. Scoop shot, no good. And we got a foul on Brent Carboni, I believe.
Foul on number 22, Brent Carbone, his second personal
That's
foul.
his second. And now we have David Kakamisi and Sinclair in, and DeLuca in for Tewksbury. Kakamisi in for the Wildcats. And the shot is good by Sinkus. 23-17. Second shot is good by Sinkus. So now the Wildcats lead only 5 points. 2:27 left. Goggin with the ball, covered by Morrison. To Kakamisi. To McKinnon, to Carboni. And we got a kickoff off DeLuca. 3:13 to go. Let's see what the Wildcats can come up with. Otis to McKinnon. John McKinnon on a drive to Goggin. To Kakamisi. To McKinnon. McKinnon over to Otis. Otis, spin move. Shot, and it's good! Score it! David Otis. The basket is counted. Fouls on Sinkus. So we're showing a lot more patience from the time we're up at Tewksbury, and David Oates has come to life here. The shot rolls around the rim and in. 26-18. 3 minutes exactly left. Okay, a 1-2-2. There's Sinkus. Sinkus over to Morrison. Morrison to Craig. We got a turnover on the Redmen. Turnover Tewksbury. And that's their 6th. Okay, Johnny McKinnon, 2:45 left in the half. McKinnon. To Otis. Otis. To Brent Carboni. Brent on the drive. And it's a block by Tewksbury. Here come the... Recovered by Carboni, and they call a reach-in foul. That's his third personal foul on Brent Carboni. We got a technical foul on the Wilmington Wildcats bench. So this can be a really important thing of the game, and it's good by DeLuca. 26-19. And it's good by DeLuca. And that's the third straight foul shot. 26-21. Now Tewksbury can get the basketball. That could be a 7-point play. And he buried it. DeLuca with 4 foul shots. So now the Redmen can come right back with a 26-22. Morrison to Craig to Sinkus. Almost a turnover. Recovered by Greco. It is. Turnover. Redmond. Otis to Gargan. Gargan with a J. Morrison with a recovery. And Christine Cavallo got the player in the left. Players flying all over the place. Gargan got a double team going. Reaching foul by Morrison. Now the Redmond fans are getting rattled. Gargan's going to be at the line.
Second personal foul.
Shot, no good. Rebound Redmond. Morrison. 2 minutes to go exactly. Here's DeLuca to Sinkus to Sinclair. Sinclair going right into DeLuca, and it's good. 26-24. McKinnon. To Gargan. Over to Kakamisi. Back to Gargan. To Greco. To Otis. Otis. Back up to Stephen Greco. 1:30 to go. Brian Gargan on a drive. Over to John McKinnon. To Otis. We got a foul. 1:24 to go.
Foul number 55, Steve Sinkus, his third personal foul.
Steve Sinkus, that's his third. So we got Wildcats, Brent Carboni with 3 and Sinkus with 3. David Otis scores the basket. He's really brought the Wildcats with the lead. Played a tremendous half. And the second one is good by Otis. Okay, 28-24, Morrison. 1:20 left. Morrison. Offensive ball by Flint. Okay, David Otis has 17 out of the 28 Wildcat points. So he did what Corey Morrison did to us in the first game in December. Let's see what's going on. Gargan. 28-24, 1:03 left to McKinnon. Morrison on McKinnon. To Otis. Otis. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon on a drive. Kicks out to Greco. Greco on a drive. Off the glass! Oh, no good. Oh, looked like it went off Snow. But they had good ball movement there. 47 seconds to go and a half. 28-24. Redmond. Morrison. Morrison over to Grace. Back to Morrison. There's Grace. Grace on the baseline to Jay. No good. Rebound Greco. Over to McKinnon. 30 seconds. To Gargan. Over to Otis. 22 left. Back to McKinnon. 17 seconds left. David Otis, 10. Otis lines up with a 3 off the rim. Race with the ball, stolen by Otis. Otis lines up with a bomb off the rim. And it's 28-24. Wildcats up by by 4. With David Otis leading the way with 17 points. And the Tewksbury Redmen came right back, and we had a 10-point lead. So this is a real close ball game. We'll be right back. Halftime catch. Okay, I'm gonna... Chris, you take a look at it. You take a look at it. Okay, this is Falconer with halftime report. With me right now is veteran of Eastern Mass coaching, Nick Pappas of Melrose High School. Nick, welcome to Wilmington, and you played up here last year. Why don't we talk about your ball club this year? You had a senior-laden ball club last year. Give us some insight on your ball club this year.
Thanks, Paul. Well, as you just said, we graduated 4 of our 5 solids from last year, and I think it was on paper at the beginning of the year it was going to be a rebuilding year. But the kids have really surprised. I think the entire Middlesex League with the type of play that we've had. We just finished up last night at 15-5. We came in second place in the Middlesex League behind Lexington and Belmont, who, as you know, are number 1 and 2 in Eastern Mass. So we've been very, very happy with the type of year that we've had.
Okay, are you going to be Division II in the playoffs or Division I?
And we're Division II again this year. That's why I'm here to see both Wilmington and Tewksbury. Now we're looking forward to the to the tournament. We feel our chances are pretty good. We play in a very competitive league, like I said. But as you know, once you get into the tournament, everybody starts off 0-0, and you lose your round. So we're looking forward to it.
The Wildcats had a home and away series with the Woburn Tanners. The Wildcats lost at the buzzer. 2 close ball playing with the Wildcats and the Tanners. So we know pretty well. Wildcats have been had a couple of Middlesex League opponents, but Burlington. So we know you got a real competitive league, just like the MVC, and anything can happen, Nick, inside the tournament.
You're exactly right, Paul. I've always been very impressed with the Merrimack Valley. Woburn has a very good club. We were fortunate to beat them twice, once in overtime, and as you know, Woburn beat both Lexington and Belmont. So. Obviously, Wilmington and the rest of the teams in the Merrimack Valley will, I'm sure, present a big challenge to the teams in Division II.
All right. Why don't you tell us about the Belmont Ball Club? They picked number 1 in the preseason, and then Lexington came right out and beat them right away. You never count Bob Ferris' Lexington Ball Club. What can you tell us about both ball clubs, and why don't we start out with Belmont?
Sure. Well, I think Belmont's had an exceptional year. It's their year. They've had a veteran team coming back. They have a lot of depth. I still think they're going to be the team to beat Division II, even though they struggled last night against Winchester in double overtime. They've been playing very, very well. I'd be very surprised if they lost in Division II, to be honest with you. You have to catch them at the wrong time. As far as Lexington is concerned, as you said, they seem like they pulled players out from all over. They got a transfer from Tennessee this past year, 6'7", which was their missing ingredient that they needed, and along with Rashad Wilson, who's a 2-time MVP. Lexington had a very good year also.
Okay, what do you think now of the enrollment change? Now we have South Boston coming down to Division II. They're only missing 1 player from last year's squad, right? It's like the fly in the ointment here. We know how tough the City League is, and reports today they're playing very good at the end of the season. And that's a tremendous coach over there. Did a tremendous job ball club last year. And they're going to be like the third class or favorite, even though they're defending state champions. Celtic.
You're exactly right, Paul. I'm going to have a chance to see him tomorrow in the city tournament around noontime. But you always have to respect the city clubs. And it was a little surprise that Celtic dropped down, but you never know from year to year with the enrollments. East Boston's Division I, thank God, because I think they're going to be one of the favorites in Division I also. So it should be a very, very interesting tournament.
The Merrimack Valley Dave Fazio's ball club up in Andover, they were picked for a rebuilding year. He goes to practice on opening day, and he gets a Division I prospect transfer from Detroit, Michigan. And he winds up with a better ball club with Sean Ryan. He was 13-7 with that. Now he's almost 17-2. And Mike Roberts, Nick, he's the MVP of the Merrimack Valley Conference. Tremendous ball player, and he's an equal in his football as a split end. So we don't know what he's going to do. But he's a tremendous athlete. Have you saw him this year?
Well, actually, it's funny you mentioned we did scrimmage Andover. We season. First week of the season. I know we're very pleased to have Mike to Andover. I didn't realize he was a football player until Dave did tell me that also. But I'm happy. I know Dave does an excellent job. I'm sure they will be very competitive.
We have another guy. I'm going to talk about Barry Spears up at Central Catholic. He's a tremendous guy, a real coaching guy. He played up years ago. And Dickie Licari, ball club come out again. They barely missed the foul. You know the foul. That's the final MVC. Final title.
Dickie does a great job at Central. I know Barry's dad is a very well-respected official. I haven't had a chance to see the boy play, but I understand he's one of the top players in the Merrimack Valley. So I'm sure they'll be very competitive also in the tournament.
Are you in favor of the Open tournament? You should have a winning record to compete.
Personally, I think I'm in favor of the Open tournament. I was involved with the Coaches Association in proposing the experiment, and I think it has more positives and negatives to the game of basketball. I think it promotes basketball in a lot of different ways, and I think there are a lot of situations where that might not have it's still maybe deserving of an opportunity to play in a state tournament game. I know there's some negative feedback to it, but in general, I think it's been good so far.
Well, there's another ball club you played, Malden Catholic. They didn't have a center, biggest player 6'2". They come out and win the Catholic Conference Championship. The report on them is that they press all over the court all 32 minutes, and they have some really tremendous outside shooters on that ball club. And they scheduled New Bedford. The coach went out and got all the tough teams. And I think there's an occasion where that ball club really came together in the seniors, and they went up, pull them off the Catholic Conference Championship.
You're exactly right, Paul. You know your basketball, I'll tell you. Yeah, Malden Catholic's had a great year. E.J. Perry has done a very good job. We lost to him in the Christmas tournament 80-75, and we're very competitive with them. And they've come along very well. And they opted to go up to Division I. They were scheduled to play in Division II, so you can see the the competitiveness of his program and himself as far as going up to face actually probably a little stronger talent.
All right, Nick, good luck for your ball club in Division II, and I'm sure you might be up here at Wilmington again, and we're ready for second half action.
All right, thank you very much.
And now we're gonna have a delay here. Okay, we're going to have a delay here. We have an electrical problem on the exit sign. And we're going to have to see what the problem is. So, all right, so you got an insight into Nick Pappas and what the Middlesex League was about. They were picked for a rebuilding year, and they won up 15-5. He's always around the winning side of his program. I think that's the 7th straight year the Melrose has come up on the winning side. They had a tremendous ball club last year. They were 16-4, and he's done this with underclassmen. So we'll see what they can do. Okay, now we're going to have the teams back warming up. And we're going to have to see what they're going to do about that. You just see the exit sign has been shorted. So we're going to see what they're going to do to try to repair it. You can smell the wiring right now. And I think we need a master electrician here to fix the exit sign. Get the toolboxes out. Better call the electrical class in so we can complete the game here. both head coaches. Mickey Selvin and Tewksbury ADs over there. So now we just need to fire our fire electrician to come down. So now we have the division.
Is it on fire?
Yeah. We got the custodians over there now, so they're looking to repair. We're going to have a delay. So why don't we go over the rankings in Division 1? Number 1 is Lexington, that's 15-2. Number 2 is Cambridge, Ringe and Latin, 16-3. They're playing tonight against Medford for the GBL title. Number 3 is Durfee, at 14-4. Number 4 is New Bedford, 15-3. Number 5 is Medford, 16-2. Number 6 is Andover from the MVC at 16-2. Number 7 is Newton South at 16-2. Number 8 is Brockton. Number 9 is Everett. And number 10, Central Catholic out of Division 1. All right, we're going to start up. We're going to leave the doors open, and I'm going to start it up. Okay, so hey, what's that team on? What's the technical one? On the Wilmington bench? On the post. On the post. Okay. The Wildcats were called for a technical foul in the first half. And that caused the Redmen to cut the lead. Okay, so here we go. We're ready for second half action here. 6 is Morrison. Morrison to Craig on the baseline. There's Sinkus. Sinkus looking to drive over to DeLuca. There's Morrison. Craig, he's wide open with the J. Off the glass. No good. Rebound. Off Cardello. 15:44 to go. Morrison. DeLuca. Back to Morrison. DeLuca over to Sinkus. Sinkus at a foul line with the J, and it's good. Steve Sinkus. McKinnon over to Otis. Otis with the J, and it's good. Otis comes right back. Okay, here's Morrison. Morrison over to Sinclair. This is it off to Craig. Goggin with the ball. Over to Greco. Otis with a bomb. It's good.
David Otis with
23-26. Morrison with the basketball. Morrison on a drive over to Craig. Here's Morrison. Morrison's on the drive to Jay. No good. Rebound, Cardello. This is it out to Otis. Cardello, spin move, and we got a foul. So we got Sinclair on the rebound. Rebounding action with the foul.
Foul on number 42, Tom Sinclair, his first personal foul, first for the team.
Okay.
Timeout with Tewksbury.
Timeout Tewksbury. Okay, so David Otis, he had 16 points
Second call for the 50-50 winner.
in the first half.
4-0-1-4-2-3. 4-0-1-4-2-3.
the second half hit a three-pointer in a bucket. So that makes it 33-26.
Let's hear it for the Tewksbury cheerleaders.
And now we're the Tewksbury cheerleaders. So in Division 2, we have the Curley brothers leading Tewksbury. Mickey and Matt Curley, Billy Curley from BC's younger brothers. Two tremendous ball players, both Division I prospects. In fact, Mickey Curley Matt Curley may be going to BC to follow his brother. 6'8", strong body, and he's only a junior. Be the one of the top big men in Eastern Mass next year, Division I ball player. Ray Cardello's at the line, shooting good. Shot is no good by Cardello. Second one's good by Cardello. That makes it 34-26. Morrison. There's Morrison on a spin move. Off the glass, no good. Cardello with the rebound. Corey Morrison, he did a beautiful move, he just couldn't finish it off. Gargan to Otis. Otis on a drive. Back out to Greco, over to Gargan. Gargan on the baseline. Off the glass, no good. Blocked by Sinclair. We got a foul. Oh, the Redmen don't like it. You can hear the Redmen fans. They don't like that call.
Personal foul, second for the team.
They think it was a complete block by Sinclair. Come on, man.
Ray Cardello at the line, shooting 2.
That's Tim Sinclair's second foul.
Breakaway!
First shot is good. Second shot rolls in, rolls out. So it's 35-26. Morrison on a break, McKinnon on a steal. John McKinnon going all the way off the glass and in. Johnny McKinnon with a defensive play. 37-26. Here comes Corey Morrison. 13:34 to go. To Sinkus. Sinkus over half court, over to Morrison. Morrison going to his left. Over to DeLuca. DeLuca on a drive. Kicks it back out to Sinkus. Sinkus to Craig. To Sinkus. Sinkus is going all the way. Over to Craig. And he scores. Good ball movement. And we got a violation. Turnover on the Wildcats. 7. Let's see what Tewksbury can come up with. Okay, this is almost a steal. Craig. Morrison lines up with a bomb. There's DeLuca left all alone. Off the rim. And Craig with the rebound. No good. Kicks out to Sinkus. Sinkus shoots it. No good. Cardello with the rebound to McKinnon. Tewksbury had 3 chances there. 3 beautiful shots. Into Cardello. Cardello with a spin move. And we got another foul with Sinclair. So that Greg Cardello's got 3 fouls on Tim Sinclair.
Foul line number 42, Tom Sinclair.
Tom Sinclair. Excuse me.
Team's third. Ray Cardello at the line, shooting 2.
The shot is good. Second shot is no good. Greco! And Sinclair comes out the rebound over to DeLuca. DeLuca on a spin move. Back out to Morrison. Morrison on a drive. All alone. Sinclair. And we got Sinkus on a score with a foul right away by Greco. 38-30, and Redmond coming right back here.
Jackson is good. Foul on number 32, Steve Greco. His second personal foul, team first.
And he scores a Sinkus, 38-31. Otis, covered by Morrison. Otis and Morrison. Here comes Otis. On a drive, dishes off to Cardello. Shot, no good. Rebound, Sinclair. On a break, the Sinclair. Turnover. Turnover, Tewksbury. That's their 8th in the ball game. Sinclair on an outlet pass, just out of the reach. Otis into Goggin. Back to Otis. Back to McKinnon. The clear out, covered by Sinkus. And we got a reach-in foul by number 55, Sinkus. I believe that's his 4th foul.
Foul on number 55, Steve Sinkus, his 4th personal foul.
I am correct about that. So now we got Chris Snow coming in for Sinkus. Otis to McKinnon. McKinnon into Cardello. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound Craig to Goggin on a steal. Goggin off the glass and in. Ryan Goggin. Beautiful steal and bucket. 40-31. 9-point lead. DeLuca over to Craig. To Morrison. Morrison to Snow. Snow left all alone to Sinclair. Shot is good by Sinclair. 40-33. McKinnon on a drive to Cardello. Blocked by Sinclair. Covered by Cardello. And we got a turnover. Here comes Morrison on a break. And we got a traveling call. Turnover, Tewksbury. Timeout, Tewksbury. Timeout, Tewksbury. Number 30 called that timeout. So it's 40-33, 11-18 to go. And the Tewksbury Redmen have 10 turnovers for the ball game, while the Wildcats have 5. What we saw in the last couple of minutes of action is Sinclair and Cardello battling on the lead, going back and forth. Sinclair coming with some rebounds, and we got some power moves. The game opened up with Morrison and Otis doing their thing at the guards position. Now the big guys are starting to take over. And then in the foul situation, Steve Sinkus has 4 fouls for the Redmen. So this ball game's going to come down to the wire, I presume. It's 11-18 to go. 40-33 is the score. 4 fouls on the Redmen and 1 on the Wildcats this half. John Craig and Tom Sinclair are working Greg Cardello. So let's see what the Wildcats can come up with out of the 4 spot now and get some help. Otis into Goggin. Back to Otis. Here comes Otis right down the middle. Over to Goggin. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon into Cardello. Cardello on a spin move, and it's no good. Craig comes down with the rebound. Sinclair was open, but they didn't see him underneath. Okay, there's Snow to Morrison. Morrison to DeLuca. To Craig, he's loaded up, and he scores it. John Craig. McKinnon. Over to Cardello. Cardello with a J. No good. Okay, the Wildcats are going cold. Here comes Morrison on a break. And they call a foul.
Foul on 20, John McKinnon, his 2nd personal foul.
Fouls on John McKinnon.
Corey Morrison at the line, shooting 2.
Corey Morrison's at the line, shooting 2 shots. Scores it. Morrison. Frank Carboni coming in now. Violation on the Redmen, so it's still 40-36.
Wilmington ball.
Full court pressure by the Redmen. Otis. Come on, make the call. And they say Wildcat basketball on the side out. Goggin over to Otis. Otis over to Goggin. To Otis. And we got a turnover on Otis. Okay, let's see what the Redmen can do now. Wildcats lead has been cut. There's Sinclair. Sinclair's on a drive. And he scores it. John McKinnon. And we got to call a timeout on the Wildcats. All right, now the Wildcats call the timeout. The Redmen have come back and scored 8 straight points. Now it's 40-38, 9:56 to go. So now let's see what the Wildcats can do out of this timeout to combat the Redmen. Sinclair's come up with 2 big buckets, and then we got John Craig, who's come up with a bucket. So the front line of the Redmen are scoring. We have David Otis hasn't come up with a bucket in a little while, and they've been shutting down Greg Cardello. So let's see what the Wildcats can come up with here in the second half against the Redmen. Okay, so we have the foul situation. There's 2 fouls on the Wildcats this half and 4 on the Redmen. So it's going to be Wildcat basketball on the side out. 9:56 left. Ball Otis, David Otis into John McKinnon, covered by Snow. To Brian Goggin, into Otis. Otis off the glass and in. A little swivel move there. 42-38. Okay, DeLuca. To Sinclair. Morrison. DeLuca. DeLuca on a drive. Blocked by Brian Goggin. Goggin on a break over to McKinnon. McKinnon going all the way to Otis. Otis off the glass. Sinclair comes up with the rebound. Here comes DeLuca. DeLuca's on a break. Off the glass and in. 42-40. 9 minutes to go. McKinnon to Goggin, to Otis. Otis on a drive, he shoots it. Off the rim. Craig with the rebound. Here comes Morrison on a break. And he scores it. So now the Redmen can come right back. They come right back with a score, and now they can take the lead. 42-42, 8:50 to go.
24, Brian Goggin, his second personal foul.
It's Brian Goggin, second foul. And Morrison, Corey Morrison can put him up with a 1-point lead. 8:50 left now. Morrison dip shoots and scores it. So now the Redmen score. 43-42, Wildcats. John McKinnon to Goggin. To Greg Cardello. Into Otis. Over to Cardello. Into Carboni. Back to Cardello. Cardello with a J. It's no good. Otis with the rebound. Blocked. And it's Wildcat basketball. Otis into Cardello, back to McKinnon. Into Otis. Otis on a drive over to Carboni. Recovered by Otis. Otis lines up with a three. No good. Rebound. Otis. Otis to Cardello. In. 44-43. This is a barn burner. Back and forth. Here comes Craig and Carboni. They call up a jump ball possession. Wildcats. It looks like a reaching foul. Jump ball, Tewksbury. Possession. 8:03 left. Redmond into Morrison. Snow. Morrison on a drive. A dippy-do. Cardello with a rebound. Into Gargan. To Otis. Otis lines up with a three. And blocked by Morrison. Excuse me, by Morrison. Here comes Morrison again. Here's Snow. No good. Sinclair. And we got a foul on the Wildcats, I believe.
Foul number 22, Brent Carbone, his fourth.
Brent Carbone's fourth foul. So now we got Sinclair shooting two. Rolls out. David Kakamishi in for Brent Carbone. Sinclair can tie the ball game up now. Shot, and he ties it up. Okay, 7:36 to go. McKinnon coming over half court. To Otis. Over to Cardello. Over to McKinnon. To Otis. Otis is on a drive. Turnover, Wildcats. Turnover, Wildcats at their sixth. So now the Tewksbury can have a lead. Excuse. Look over to Morrison. Morrison lines up with the bomb. And now we got Sinclair coming in and getting the rebound. Good, come here. Okay, now we have Dan Kilvahan at the line, so the Redmond can go up.
Ray Cardello, his third personal foul, fifth of the team. Tom Sinclair at the line, shooting two.
Sinclair can put the the Redmond up by 2 points, a shot. He buries it. Second shot is good, so now the Redmen are up by 2. Otis. Bring the ball up. Into Cardello. Blocked by Sinclair. Recovered by McKinnon. Possession, Wildcats.
Wilmington.
Otis into Kilvahan. Kilvahan's in the play. Dan Kilvahan into Cardello. Into Kakamishi, and it's good. Okay, so we got the big guys taking over the second half. Craig and Sinclair and Cardello and Kakamishi now. Here's Morrison to DeLuca. Sean Craig. Here's Morrison lining up. He shoots. Off the glass and in. Corey Morrison. 48-46. John McKinnon on a break. To Kakamishi, to Kilvahan. To Otis. Otis on the recovery. Back to Otis. Otis on a drive to Cardello. Off the glass, no good. Kakamishi with the rebound. Off the glass, no good. Cardello with the rebound, and it's no good. Man, the ball's going inside, back and forth here. And we got little Corey Morrison going in the middle.
Foul number 25, John Craig, his third personal foul, fifth on the team. Ray Kydell, line, shooting 2.
6:01 left, 48-46. Shot rolls out. The second one's good, so
Ray Kydell with his second shot.
48-47, DeLuca to Morrison. Morrison over to Craig. Craig to Sinclair. Looking to DeLuca. And they foul on Kilverhan.
Foul on number 10, Team Killian, his second
That's his
personal foul,
second.
6th on the team.
David Kakamisi coming out. And now we have DeLuca shooting 2.
Third line, shooting 2.
And the first one's no good. Second one's good, so the Redmen are up by 2, 49-47, 5:42 left. McKinnon over to Kilverhan. To Stephen Greco to John McKinnon. John, a steal by Tewksbury. Here comes Sinkus. Sinkus on a break over to Morrison. Morrison, a spin move. And they say it's Wildcat basketball. So now we got a substitution. Brian Goggin in for, and we got a turnover on the Wildcats. Brian Goggin, it was in with John McKinnon. Okay, here's Morrison. Morrison over to DeLuca. DeLuca want to drive. Off the glass and in. Redmen are up by 4, 51-47. Kilverhan. To Otis. Otis on a spin move, a jump shot. Good, David Otis. 51-49. Back and forth. 4:45 to go. Okay, DeLuca. Into Morrison. Craig's left all alone. There it is. No good. Rebound Cardello. Into Greco. To Otis. Otis. To Greco. To Cardello. Cardello's with a J, and it's good. He ties it up. Tie ball game. 4:10 left. Morrison. I'm losing my voice, folks. Morrison with the ball over to DeLuca. There's Sinclair on the baseline. He scores it. 53-51. Goggin. Into Kilverhan. To Greco. To David Otis. Otis on a drive. To Goggin blocked by Sinclair. Over to Otis. Otis into Cardello. Shot no good. Rebound. Off Wildcats hand. Okay, so the Redmen are jamming the inside. Okay, here comes Morrison. Morrison to DeLuca. DeLuca's looking to line up. Over to Sinclair. Sinclair on a drive. He got a reach-in foul.
Foul to number 10, Leanne Kilbane, his third personal foul, team 7.
Okay, we got Kilbane with the foul. Wildcats down by 2. Sinclair has come up big in the second half.
Tom Sinclair line, shooting 2.
Okay. Sinclair's there, got 2 shots. Shot is no good. Rebound Carboni, we got a foul. Okay, I think we have a foul. Let's, that is correct, number 10. Okay, it's 53-51, Wildcat basketball. And that's the 5th foul, I believe. That foul was called on number 55, Steve Sinkus. And that's his 5th foul.
Team 6.
So it's Wildcat basketball. 3:12 to go, down by 2. Otis is going to put the ball on the plate. To John McKinnon. McKinnon, over half court. To Brian Gargan. To Greg Cardello. Over to John McKinnon. To Gargan. To Otis. Otis on a drive. Over to McKinnon. To Cardello. Cardello with a J. Rebound. Frank Carboni. And we got a foul. Man, I don't believe the action underneath. The second half, their bodies flying all over the place here.
Foul on number 25, John Craig, his 4th personal foul.
It looks like the WWF on Saturday morning. Brent Carboni got the line. 2:49 left. Brent shoots, he scores it. Brent Carboni. Second shot, bangs it home. Tie ball game. Morrison to DeLuca. Over to Morrison. Morrison on the break. Dishes it off to Craig. And rebound. Carboni. Carboni on the recovery over to Otis. Otis on the plate. Here comes the Wildcats. We got a foul. A foul on the Redmen.
Foul on number 44, Dan Hoover, his 3rd personal foul.
Okay, we got David Otis
David
got it
Otis
on.
line, shooting 2.
To Dan DeLuca. Rolls off the rim. Second one, no good, rebound. DeLuca's on the break. Over to Craig. Craig to Morrison. 2:22 to go, tie ball game. Morrison to Sinclair. Sinclair on a drive. Off the glass, no good. Carboni's with the rebound. And it's Wildcat basketball, 2:07 left.
Wilmington ball.
Okay, let's see what John McKinnon can do. 2:05 left. McKinnon into Cardello. Cardello on a spin move. We got a block again by Sinclair. Restolen by Otis. 1:51 left. To Gargan, into Cardello. They got a double team going. We got a turnover. Restolen again by Otis. Otis on a break. The block by Sinclair. Again, Gargan. 1:32 a drive. Kicks it out to McKinnon. 1:19 to go. To Goggin. To Otis. Spread offense. 105. Okay, Tewksbury's in the sag to Brian Goggin. Almost a turnover to McKinnon. Out to Otis. 53 seconds left. Into Goggin. Otis. 42 seconds to go. Here's Otis. 39. Seconds now. McKinnon on a drive. Out to Otis. Otis on a drive, and we got a timeout. So the Wildcats go. Call a timeout. Timeout, Wildcats. A minute 40 seconds. They kill off the clock with 23 seconds left in the ball game. And they're going to go for one shot. A lot of coaches wanted a foul right away. Put the pressure on the foul shots because of the three-point shot. They figure they can come back. We saw a ball game the other night where Drake was at the line. He missed 4 one-on-ones in a row, and the Wildcats came back. In the last 2 minutes, they made up almost 9 points. So a lot of coaches have different philosophy. That's due to the three-point shot. A couple of college teams, UMass Dartmouth is averages in 33-pointers a game, over 110-point average, and you can see the effect that what the three-point shot has in the ball game. So Tewksbury's strategy could be come right out and foul them and make a one-on-one, and then Tewksbury can line up for a three-pointer and win it. All right, 23 seconds to go. Let's see what happens here. Otis into McKinnon. No, Tewksbury's going to let the Wildcats take it off the clock. 13. Into Cardello. Carboni with a shot. And it's 2 seconds to go. It rolled off the rim and it just didn't go for the Wildcats. So
Timeout Tewksbury.
Timeout Tewksbury. So this ball game went back and forth the whole second half. Wildcats went up and the Redmen went ahead. And what a way to end the season. We might even see overtime here for the last ball game of the year. So we got 2 seconds to go. We got a bomb burner here at Wilmington High School. 53-53. Both teams in a one-on-one. So we see stranger things happen. Today. All right, let's see who's on the lineup for the Wildcats. We got Goggin, we got Otis, we got Cardello and Takamisi. Full court pressure, here comes Stowe. Stowe to sit again. The shot. Still good. So we got Otis. We got overtime here, fellas. And I think it's going to be a 3-minute overtime, 53 all. So let's see what we can come up with. 53 all. All right. Happens. We're in OT now. It's Sinkus is fouled for the Redmond, and it's Sinclair and Cardello jumping. Both teams in a 1-on-1 for the OT. Controlled by David Otis on Greg Cardello. Tap, McKinnon to Gargan. Into Cardello, over to McKinnon on the right side. Almost a steal. And it's off McKinnon. Okay, we got a turnover on the Wildcats. There's Craig. Looking to DeLuca, there's the bomb, and there it is! 3-point ball by DeLuca. Gargan into Cardello. He lines up with a tree, and it's no good. Recovered by Greco. Got a block. Otis, and it's good. 2:19 to go. Cats down by 1. Morrison. To DeLuca, to Morrison. To Craig. 2:06. Morrison to DeLuca. DeLuca's on a drive. No good. Craig goes the rebound. 1:54 to go. Otis kicks it out to him. Gargan. Into Gargan. Tries to go into Cardello. And we got a block by Sinclair. Okay, Otis putting the ball on the plate. Into McKinnon, and it's no good. And we're going to foul right away. 1:35 to go, 56-55.
Foul on number 44, Dean DeLuca, is 4 personal foul.
Okay.
John McKinnon, foul shooting 2.
McKinnon misses. John McKinnon misses the foul shot. Second one ties it up. 56-56. Morrison, 1:32 to go. DeLuca, the Morrison, he's left alone. Here's DeLuca, he just hit a tree to Craig. Here's Morrison. To DeLuca, DeLuca's on a drive to Morrison. There's Craig, there's Morrison on the side. To DeLuca. To Craig. To Morrison. Morrison's going. There he is. And it's no good. Rebound. By Slow. 58-56. Here comes McKinnon. Timeout Wildcats. Okay, it's 58-56. The Redmen are up by 2. So the Wildcats and the Redmen are going bucket for bucket here at the end. And we're going to see what happens with the Wildcats if they can come up with an answer. 58-56. We want a barn burner here, back and forth. DeLuca started heating up. And number 11, Chris Snow. Oh no. Chris Snow was hit a bucket from underneath. So let's see what the Wildcats can do. 50 seconds to go. .56, the Wildcats are down by one. Down by two. John McKinnon has the ball. Cardello on a move, and it's no good. See who the foul's on. We have to see that foul's on either John Craig or Tim Sinclair. John Craig.
Foul on number 25, John Craig, his 5th personal foul.
John Craig is fouled out of the ball game now. Okay, now we got Tim Grace in the ball game. So let's see what the Wildcats can do.
Ray Cardello, line shooting 2.
And it's no good. Shot is no good. Greco with the rebound. With the shot, and it's blocked. We're going to foul. And so now we're going to have, I think Morrison's going to be at the foul line. Yeah, Corey Morrison. The Wildcats had their shots, they just wouldn't drop. So let's see what happens. He buries it. He buries it. Second one's no good. Ball over to McKinnon. 3 points. And we got a timeout call. 59-56. We're in overtime. 29 seconds to go. The Redmen are up by 3. So now let's see what the Wildcats have got to come up with a big 3-pointer somehow, some way. And let's see what the Wildcats can do. We'll see what the Redmen can do to stop them. This game has been back and forth the whole, from the midway point of the second half. It's been nip and tuck, and now the Wildcats missed the foul shots. And Stephen Greco got the rebound. He had a block. And then he fouled Morrison. Morrison came back, hit 2 foul shots. And now it's Wildcat possession. So it's 59-56. We're going to have to see what they can come up with. Okay. Okay, here comes McKinnon. 28. McKinnon putting the ball in the play. Hit the Otis. Otis lines up with a tree. It's no good. Cardello with the rebound. Otis with another tree. It's no good. Guy